Hello, good evening. How are you, everybody? I hope you're all okay. I hope you had a good vacation. I think the majority, they have vacation this week. You had vacation this week, am I right? I hope it was a nice one. I hope so. Today we are going to talk about the atom. I told you last week, I'm going to try to do there's many topics. There are many topics for grade 9. الأتوم not for grade 9, for grade 9 and 10. Atoms وbonding, atom والionic bond والcovalent bond, الgiant covalent, metallic. The majority of the students, they have problems related to the bonding. Even if they understand every type of bonding, but they felt confused once they find a question and they don't know how to answer it. This is our problems while atoms or bonding. That's why I'm going to start today a series of topics related to atoms and bonding. Today, this is our first session related to the atom. Inshallah, next class, we are going to talk about ionic bond. Then the week after, we're going to take covalent, then giant covalent, metallic. And once we're going to finish all the bonds, I'm going to show you how we will write the formulas. Then I'm going to do 1 or 2 classes past papers to show you how do I answer the questions related to the bonding. This is very tricky. Many times we understand, but we don't know how to answer the past papers. The majority of the students have this problem. Unfortunately, whatever Edexcel or Cambridge, they have this problem. So that's why I will do it with you so you don't have a problem related to the past papers. Okay? يلا بينا. Let's start. So for today, as I said, it's the first day, and this is not our first class, but this is the first day related to this sequence اللي هي atoms and bonding. Okay? If it is your first time, or if it's your first class, it's fine, no problem. Already it's not related to anything from the previous topics. Okay? This is okay for grade 9, grade 10. This topic is related to grade 9 with grade 10. Even if you are joining for October, November, if you're joining for May, June, if you're going to join next year, this is basis, it's going to be okay with everyone. Okay? Yalla, let's start. First of all, I'm going to talk about the atom and how is the atom, what is inside an atom, what's the component of the atom. I don't know why you are joining so late. I was afraid to be confused about the timing. Now in Kuwait, it's different than Egypt. Our time is going to be 9 o'clock in Kuwait time. But in Egypt, I think it's 8 now after the new timing. Please best check the timings. I don't want you to join late. Okay? Inshallah, once I'm going to finish my October-November session with students وكده, I'm going to make this time a little bit earlier. I know 9 o'clock is so late. But now I have tuitions wallahi since morning, I don't have time earlier. Like inshallah, once we'll finish October-November, inshallah 20 of November. Once I'm going to finish 20 of November, I'm going to make the classes earlier. I'm not going to make it that late. Okay? Yalla bin. Let's start. So, first of all, if I'm going to talk about any atom, what do you think? What is found in the middle of the atom? What's this? Who can tell me?
Nucleus.
Exactly, bravo. So this is called a nucleus. What is a nucleus? Nucleus, it's the substance that is the center of the atom. If I'm having an atom, what is found in the center of the atom? This is called a nucleus. Okay? طيب. Who is rotating around my nucleus? Check it out. Who is rotating around my nucleus? Who can tell me?
Electrons.
Correct. I have electrons. They are rotating around my nucleus. That's true. Type. What is the charge for these electrons? The charge of the electrons is?
Negative.
Exactly. Negatively charged. Always the electrons that are rotating around my nucleus, they are always negative charge. Type. What about the nucleus? What are the 2 types of particles that are found inside my nucleus? I have 2 types of particles. Exactly. Please, I want you all to focus in today's class. If you understand this, you're going to understand all the coming classes. If you didn't understand what's inside an atom, so this means you are going to struggle a lot for bonding. So please try as much as you can to focus. I have here 2 types of particles inside my nucleus. What are these 2 types? Who can tell me?
Proton and neutron.
Exactly. I have proton or I have neutron. What's the charge for the proton? The proton is always positive charge. Yeah, all the time proton is positive charge. But what about the neutron? Does the neutron have any charge? No, it
No.
is neutral. Exactly. It is neutral. What do I mean by neutral? Yani they don't have any charge. يبقى once again, I have 3 types of particles inside my atom. What are these 3 types of particles? I have protons, I have electrons, I have neutrons. Type. Which 2 types of particles are found inside my nucleus? يعني in the center of the atom. I'm going to find I have protons, I have neutrons. Exactly. The protons and neutrons, they are found in the center of the atom. طيب, who is rotating around? Who's rotating around the nucleus?
Electrons.
Exactly. The electrons are rotating here around the nucleus. Type. Who is positive charge? Who is negative charge? Who is, if you're going to talk about the charges, we said in neutral coming from the name. Neutral, it is neutral charge, no charge. طب protons, it is positive charge. طب what about the electron? It is negative charge. Okay? Any question up till now? Okay.
No.
طيب, who can tell me the mass of the atom concentrated in which part? And if I'm going to talk about the mass of the atom concentrated in which part of the whole atom, is it concentrated in the middle of the atom, or it's concentrated any other where? What do you think?
In the middle.
Exactly, that's true. يعني can I say إنه this one, إنه all the mass is concentrated inside my nucleus? Huh? Can I say the mass of the atom is concentrated inside my nucleus? Is it right or is it wrong?
Yes. Yes, right.
Correct. طيب, how do I know this? If I'm going to write مثلا sodium, all the time you're going to find small number or big number. يعني all the time you're going to find مثلا, let's say 23 و 11 for sodium. 23 و 11. I don't care which one is up, which one is down. This is not my point. The point is in the big number. Can you see this big number? This number indicates the proton and neutrons. This is called mass number. This is called what? Mass number. But we said in which types of particles are considering the mass. They are responsible for the mass of any atom. It's the nucleus. Which you told me in all the mass is concentrated inside the nucleus.
Yes.
Type in nucleus it contains what?
Protons and neutrons.
Exactly. يعني can I say in 23 this is the total for protons and neutrons of any atom of the sodium?
Yeah. Yes.
What about the small number? What do you think the small number will indicate?
Protons.
Exactly. It's going to indicate the protons. يعني the small number is always equal to the protons. طيب. I'm going to ask you another question. If I'm going to ask you about an atom, is the atom neutral?
Yes.
Any atom in general, is it neutral? Well, is it positive?
No, yes.
Well, is it negative? Huh? What do you think? Is the atom neutral?
Yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
that's true. Correct. Bravo يا أمنية. Correct. So if I'm going to talk about the atom is neutral. But if I ask you why the atom is neutral, who can tell me why any atom is neutral?
Because it contains
Because
it contains equal number of protons and neutrons.
Exactly, because it contains the same number of electrons. لا مش neutrons. خلي بالك النيوترال doesn't have a charge أصلا. Am I right؟ لكن مين اللي عنده charge؟ الإلكترونز والإيه؟
Protons.
Exactly, الإلكترونز والprotons. طب what do you think? Can I say إنه it is neutral because the number of electrons equal to the number of protons, or I cannot?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I can. Am I right? Yes, I can. You're going to say because the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons. Okay. Type next. Yes.
Can we say that the positive and the negative charges cancel each other?
So that's why it's neutral.
هو it's correct but this is correct if you are going to explain me and you. But if you are going to talk about mark scheme answer, he's going to tell you because the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons. This is going to be the answer in the mark scheme. You got my point? Okay?
Yes, got it.
Okay, sweetheart. Okay. So, يبقى number of electrons is always equal to the number of protons. طيب. If I'm going to ask you about the mass of the protons, and I will show you something. If I'm going to talk about, you see here, بصوا electrons with protons. All the time, the electrons are rotating really quick. Can you see? All the time, the electrons are rotating really quick. يبقى this means what? In the mass is really small ولا it's really big? What do you think? Since they are moving really fast.
The mass slide.
أكيد for sure the mass is small. Yes يا باسم. حبيبي يا باسم. أحلى مس نور. والله يا باسم يعني. Miss you so much. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Good. Everything is good. والله once I saw your name إيه ده الله باسم will attend today. يعني this is the best
شفتي؟
news. This is the best news ever.
أي خدمة أهو. أنتوا
Missed you to the moon and back والله.
والله me too.
حبيبي.
عايز عندكم
يعني أصل this topic is easy for you I think.
علي أنا؟
يعني today we're going to revise the atom.
لا.
So I think this is easy.
بحكم إن أنا خلصت المنهج وخلصت الدرس ده مرتين فيعتبر easy يعني.
يعني المفروض normal. انت بصي يا باسم I'll tell you something. Text me maybe I can. انت you're joining for October November?
لا مي جون.
May June لسه والله. طيب.
أنا لسه أنا كنت بري أي جي جريد 9 كنت مخلص المنهج في جريد 9 بس بري أي جي.
So you attended with us last year a lot of
مستريح.
classes. That's why I'm asking you. But then you attended with us كمان revisions. That's why ما شاء الله you were attending all these revisions with grade 9 والله برافو. برافو good job والله. يعني this is a very good motivation. يعني motivation و positive vibes لكل الناس اللي معانا year 9. يعني this is really good. يعني you see when he finished a lot of topics, he did a lot of past papers, he was attending with us a lot of revision classes even night of the exams for grade 10. So this is really good. It helped a lot صح؟
أكيد.
It really helped. This is really good.
والموضوع حتى لو في فترة كده أنت قطعت عنها بترجع تبقى فيه ذاكرة شوية يعني.
Exactly that's true. لأنه you practice a lot.
فأغلب الحاجات لغاية دلوقتي أنا مع المستر اللي أنا معاه إحنا في preparation of sorts لسه مخلص الهوم ورك قالوا نخش حصة دلوقتي.
This is really good. يعني keep it up.
ما بقاش صعب زي الأول.
Keep it up يا مسيو. anything you need just tell me. ماشي؟
عايزين احنا عند حاجة الحصة بقى في السنتر وبعدين
يا حبيبي تحضر في حصة فيزيكال. انت you want to attend physical from last year. خلاص.
والله بقالي سنة فعلا.
والله I told you more than once I invited you for any physical.
ما اعرفش المواعيد وما اعرفش المكان اصلا فعشان كده ما حضرتش.
طيب خلاص I will tell you. هبقول لك على المكان عشان في المكان اكس عشان تيجي تحت بما ان انت نفسك تحضر فيزيكال مرة يعني.
ماشي.
خلاص هقول لك حاجة. تعرف احنا اليومين دول بنعمل برضه preparation of salt. I can invite you to one of the classes to come. عشان since انها نفس التوبكس بس remind me بس text me. ماشي؟ اوكي. Thank you Monsieur باسم. طيب فagain as I said this is the nucleus as we said والelectrons are here بس احنا قلنا ان كل الماس of the atom is concentrated inside my nucleus. طب what about the mass of these electrons? The mass is really small. The mass of the electrons is really small. طيب when I want to write the mass of the electrons I'm going to write A. Do you know when I want to write the mass of the electrons بصوا بقى I will show you it. Exactly.
1 divided
very common
1840.
That's true. So I can write when I ask you about the charge you will write what? For the proton you will write +1. For the electron you will write -1. This question is all the time for Edexcel or Cambridge past papers. Okay? طيب what about the neutron? 1 minute يا عمر please. The neutron doesn't have a charge so I will write 0. It doesn't have any charge. طيب when I write mass which one have mass? The proton and neutron they have mass. Like in which one is having the lowest mass? It's going to be the electrons. I can write 1/2000 or I can write 1/1837 or I can write 1/1840. The three of them is correct. You can write this or this or this. It's fine. اوكي لكن البروتون والنيوترون you need to write 1 or almost nothing. يس يا محمد أسامة كمان ده النهارده ده انا يعني كل الناس الحلوه كده والله يعني this is the best news ever. عمر you were having a question يا عمر I think correct
لا
يعني.
وانا بس هقول ال 1 over 1
you wanted to answer thank you monsieur. كسفتيني؟ لا والله مش بكسفك. لا انا بس عشان انت غالي عندي يا محمد والله. يلا بينا. طيب next let's talk about for this table is really important. طب how it will be in the exam. He will give you مثلا this number و this number. طب هنا he will put here dots. He will put here dots and then you will continue the table. حبيبي يا محمد. And then you will continue the table. تمام؟ طيب أو complete the table يعني. طيب what about ال big number وال small number بقى for the periodic table. This is a must كده. It's a must in the exam. As I said, number 1 please. مثلا if I want you to write magnesium بلاش بقى الدي ها. بلاش الام بتاعت ماكدونالدز دي بليز النبي ودلوقتي بالذات. ها magnesium مش كده. This is not magnesium. Magnesium يعني capital M then G. Any element H don't write he like this. This is wrong. If the symbol is if the element is from 2 letters, the first one is capital, the second one is small. Don't write it like this. This is wrong. If it's only one element like hydrogen يبقى it's capital أو uppercase يعني. طيب all the time you're going to find, as I said, a big number or a small number. All the time, I don't care which is up, which is down. But the big number is going to indicate the mass number. طب اللي هو مين الماس number؟ اللي هو proton plus neutrons. طيب, does the mass number have another name? There is another name for mass number. Who can tell me what is the other number? The other name قصدي. Do any of you know what is the other name for mass number? Yes, there is another name for mass number. ايه بقى the other name?
Nuclear.
Nuclear, bravo. What's your name?
Judy.
شطور يا جوجو. Nuclear number. يبقى the other name for mass number, nuclear number. Take care of this name لأنه many times the student they don't know what's nuclear number. So nuclear number, it is the mass number. طيب. What about the atomic number? The atomic number, this is the small number. Oh, it's going to be the small number in the periodic table. طب if I ask you, is there any name to atomic number? Is there any other name for atomic number?
Proton number.
Bravo. Proton number. So atomic number is the same like proton number. Bravo. Good job. طب now I'm going to ask you, what's meant by mass number? What's meant by atomic number? What's going to be your answer?
The mass number, total number of proton and neutron in a nucleus of an atom.
شطور. جوجو برضو؟
لا رنا.
رنا يا راني انت حضرتي معانا I think. Am I right? It's not the first time.
Yes. أو مش أول
يا
مرة.
راني أمال where are you? You didn't attend I think the previous classes.
لا I attend.
والله بس you didn't talk.
لا اتكلمت.
لا بجد I want to hear your voice all the time يا روني. Okay? يلا. So if I'm going to ask you about again, if I'm going to ask you about same like what Ronnie said, she answered a perfect answer. It's a mark scheme answer. When I give them this question in the class all the time, what's meant by mass number? Usually the student will say it's the total number of protons and neutrons. This is not enough. You need to say it is the total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of the atom. So this is very important. It's the total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus of the atom. طيب, if I ask you what's meant by atomic number or proton number, who can tell me?
Number of proton in a nucleus of an atom.
Tori Rani, excellent. You need to say the number of protons. Don't say this only يا باسل. لازم أقول number of protons in the nucleus of the atom. Okay? يبقى again, mass number, total protons and neutrons in the nucleus of the atom. وatomic number, it's equal to the number of protons in the nucleus of the atom. طيب, let's check بقى in the exam. If I'm going to give you example like this one. مثلا let's say boron. How many electrons are there? How many protons are there? How many neutrons are there? What should I do? بس لو حضرتك كنت بتدي حصص قبل مس مها فريق. What do you mean? If you're talking about the free classes يا عمر, I think I started 4 years ago. This is the 4th year بالظبط. Exactly. I don't know والله مس مها since which year. I don't know. بس أنا I started exactly this is the 4th year. يعني chemistry lovers now بس طبعا I'm teaching now 16 years بس الفري classes دي this is the 4th year. I don't know بقى when I'm أصلا I never compared بصراحة to any other teacher فأنا I don't know. Okay. وبعدين you can العفو يا حبيبي. بصي يا عمر, I will tell you something. If you are attending with other teachers, this is really good. You can attend both. يعني if it's free classes, you can attend both. Maybe you will know something new. Maybe you'll know something يعني from this teacher, from this teacher. You're not going to find a teacher who know everything. This is normal. But if you attend with other free classes, you have time, attend. If you don't have time, خلاص. You got my point? This is my point of view يعني. يعني if my son is going to be in your age, I'm going to tell him this. Even if he's taking tuitions, but he has free time, يعني it's Friday مثلا, he doesn't do anything night. طب ما attend, maybe you know something new. Even كمان, it's a revision for you. You got my point? Of course, we can't compare Miss Nour to any other teacher. يا سلام. والله يا محمد, thank you so much. You are the best miss. Thank you يا معتز, والله ايه الكلام الحلو ده. Thank you so much والله. بس أنا دايما بقول للستودنتس حتى في الكلاس عندي. You are very helpful for us. Thank you so much حبيبي والله, you're most welcome. طيب I want to tell you something بس عشان برضو الموضوع ده يعني ناس كتير في students كتير بيسألوني في موضوع ان احنا طب ما احنا كده بناخد tuitions. هقول لكم حاجة. I always say to my students في الكلاس you are taking tuitions, you are paying money. طب ما برضو listen here and here, why not? Maybe I will say something new, maybe the other teacher will say something new. كده احنا بنستفيد, why not? revision for you. يعني I think to listen to a class أو to see a class أو to join a class online better than to study. بتهيألي study the topic يعني. This is my point of view يعني. One of my students in the class, هقول لكم بس very small story. Last week I was having one of my lovely student, Shaza. She's in my class in school. I love her. She's one of my A-star students يعني. all the time, طبعا she's taking tuitions as normal as all the students يعني. I was explaining, I don't remember, I think rate of reaction. all the time my students, they focus in class, even if they are taking tuition. while I was explaining, I told them many tricks related to past papers. يعني I said maybe 10 tricks in this class. And then I was saying, take care of this question. I said the question, okay? I told them take care لأنه this question, it was there 2 times only in the past papers and so on. وخلاص, I went, وخلاص, we took the weekend, خلاص, we finished, we're done. And then when we returned back the week after, she came to me in the class. She said, Miss, thank you so much about what you said. I told her what happened. She told me, Miss, in the tuition, I was having the same question like what you did, and I was the only one who did it in the exam. Out of, I don't know, 40 students, something like this. She was the only one who got it. Really, she made my day. That's what I'm saying. And all the time, listen, even if you're taking tuition, even if you're not, this is going to be a good revision for you. Okay? This is a sister's advice, wallahi. This is not a teacher advice. This is Nour's advice, not Miss Nour's advice. Okay? Yalla, let's continue.
Can I answer?
Yes, sure. قولي يا راني.
البروتون نمبر هيبقى 5 والنيوترون نمبر هيبقى 11 والإلكترون نمبر هيبقى 5.
برافو. Of course, Miss Nour. برافو يا راني. Of course, Miss Nour. Also a hero, not just a teacher. حبيبي يا محمد والله. Thank you so much. يلا, let's do it. So, oh my God. Sorry. As Rani said, I'm going to choose, always I choose the small number. This is electrons. ال5 ده, it's equal to always electrons والprotons. So electrons is 5, protons also is 5. Why? لأنه this element, it didn't lose, it didn't gain, it didn't share, it didn't do anything. That's why I'm going to choose an electrons 5 protons 5. طب if I want to get the neutrons, Same like what Rani said. I want to get the neutrons. طب how can I get the neutrons? You always subtract the big number minus the small number. It's going to be 11 minus 5, so it's 6. طب maybe someone will come, طب why يا miss يعني subtracted? I will tell you in a simple way. مش احنا قلنا البيج نمبر ده protons plus neutrons؟ الماس number protons plus neutrons. طب if the protons is 5، يعني if the protons is 5 يبقى if I want to get بقى the neutrons، لو total protons plus neutrons is 11 and I have 5 protons يبقى this means how many neutrons do I have? 11 minus 5. You got my point? For all the time when you want the electrons you choose the small number. You want the protons, choose the small number. طب I want the neutrons, subtract the big number minus the small number. This in case إنه it's an atom. يعني it didn't lose, it didn't gain, it didn't do anything. لسه بقى إن شاء الله next class we will take بقى if it's not an atom. و I will do برضو next class past papers. يعني I will try to choose at least one question كده past paper to do it with you. إيه يا جوجو قولي لي. You have a question? جانا. مش عارفة you sent كده full stop في الشات ف I don't know. يلا who can do بقى someone else.
Can I answer?
الله 40 يعني حد تاني غير راني كده anyone want to share؟
Can I answer?
مين؟ عمر. يلا يا عمر قولي يا عمور.
electron والبروتون 11 والنيوترون 12.
إيه عمر honestly I didn't hear anything.
كده بس سامعني؟
Yes better. Hello يا عمر. It's the first time يا عمر with us, am I right?
لا مش
It's
كنت
not؟
داخل معاك قبل كده.
والله it's an honor يا it's an honor monsieur عمر. Hey, how many electrons, how many protons?
electron proton 11 نيوترون 12.
برافو برافو. طب how did you get the neutrons? You subtracted, am I right?
Yes.
Thank you عمر. Thank you عموري. Hey, who else? Who can do oxygen with me?
Can I answer?
يلا ميار. ميارة.
Yes. Yes.
يلا tell me. Beautiful name.
Okay. Number of protons is 8 and number of electrons is 8.
برافو.
Okay, and the and neutron number is
You will
16.
subtract the big number minus the small number.
8.
So it's 8. برافو. Good job يا ميارة. Excellent. برافو. جوجو. يلا يا جوجو. Do with me hydrogen يا جوجو.
Okay. Electron 1.
Last year يا جوجو I was having more than 10 students they got a star. وall كلهم كانوا جوجو. بالك كده ما شاء الله. motivation اهو. والله last year مش عارفة كان عندي كمية جوجوز كله جودي وجانا a lot. more than 10 والله ما شاء الله. same name. How many electrons يا جوجو؟
1.
Correct.
والprotons 1.
Correct.
والنيوترون 0.
برافو. شكلك يا جوج شكلك هتعملها يا جوج. 1 minus 1 is إن شاء الله يا رب. 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. Take care. The element, this was a question before and they were asking in why hydrogen mass number equal atomic number for hydrogen. Why? I'm going just to say because it doesn't have neutrons. Since in the electrons will, since in the once you subtract 1 minus 1 it's going to be 0. So that's why the mass number هو atomic number for hydrogen only. This is the only element you're not going to find any neutrons. Neutrons is 0. إن شاء الله كلنا يا رب يا محمد. Okay, يلا let's continue. Yes يا حلا.
Can I answer?
Yes, sure. Which one do you want? Chlorine?
Yeah.
يلا يا حلا, tell me.
Electrons and protons is 17.
Correct. Bravo. You choose the small number.
And the neutrons is 18.
Bravo, bravo. Good job. So electron is 17, or proton is 17, and then you subtract this minus this, so neutron is going to be 18. Bravo, bravo يا حلا. Good job. So cute قوي يا حلا. يلا بص بقى. Let's take الالكترونز بقى. How the electrons are distributed. I want to answer. حاضر يا جوجو. عيوني. You are going to answer with me here بقى يا جوجو. أنا دلوقتي I want to check بقى. طيب الالكترونز دول. We said إن الالكترونز موجودين around the إيه؟ They are surrounding the nucleus. طب are they all found? Are they all found in one place?
No,
No. They are found إيه؟
in different shells.
Exactly, different shell. طب the first shell is taking how many?
2.
Exactly. The first shell cannot take more than 2. It's filled by 2. Type the second shell.
8.
8. Then the third shell.
8.
Correct. And then 8 and so on. But take care, this arrangement, this is called electronic configuration. Take care من الnames بقى. We call this electronic configuration or electronic distribution. يعني we call it electronic distribution أو electronic configuration أو third name ممكن أقول electronic structure. عشان sometimes the students they don't know what to do if I ask you please write electronic configuration for sodium or electronic distribution or electronic structure. يعني you will check how the electrons are distributed. طيب. To be honest, this configuration, this is not the advanced one. This is only for O levels. يعني this is not, it's not the correct configuration. يعني إن شاء الله if you're going to take AS Chemistry next year, you will know إنه this configuration is not 100% right. This is just a simple one for the O levels, but it's not the advanced one. ماشي؟ طيب. Let's do it بقى. يعني مثلا I'm having sodium. Who can tell me if I'm having sodium 23 11 I need to know how the electrons are distributed. Withdrawing the shells. يا عمر we will draw the shells.
2, 8, 1.
The first shell cannot take more than
2.
2. Bravo. Then the second shell.
8.
Bravo.
8.
Exactly. Then still I'm having 11. يبقى still I have one more. Bravo يا فروح. Miss, I think the third shell can hold up to 18. Correct يا عمر. This is the right one يا عمر. So then I'm going to take 2, 8, 1. Correct. Bravo. طيب. Let me give you potassium. If I'm saying potassium 39 or 19, which number I'm going to use to make configuration?
19.
19.
Correct.
19.
Juju, you wanted to answer يا جوجو. يلا do it with me. جنى.
8, 8, 1.
جنى المرسي. Hey جوج. 2, 8, then
8. 8, 8 again.
sorry?
Wait, please.
هما total 19.
again.
Take your time.
2, 8, 8, 1, yes. The last one is you.
Your voice is not clear يا جوجو. برافو يا روني. فرح wrong يا فرح. The third cannot take more than 8 يا فروح. برافو. ايوه يا جوجو والله ما كنتش سامعاكي. برافو. Good job. 2, 8, 8, 1. Correct. طيب. If I want to ask you, can you locate this element in the periodic table? يعني can you tell me where is my element in the periodic table? Which group and which period?
Group 1
This is
and
the O
period
level. We made it simple. O level.
4.
Shell cannot hold more than 2. If it's more, you just add one more shell. بصي يا محمد, when you will take إن شاء الله AS, you will know in the first shell take 2, the second take 8, the third take 18, the fourth take 32. It's a little bit different. لكن here because this is O level, it's a little bit easy one. It's not an advanced one. I'm saying this لأنه sometimes I teach students in O level, then the next year I teach them AS, they ask Miss, they didn't tell me this in O level. Now I'm saying this before. صح يا روني. برافو. When I want to locate any element in the periodic table, يعني I want to know which period, which group is it, I will check. To know which group, check the outer shell. I'm going to find A SAFO. You will find here in the outer shell, فيها how many electrons يا SAFO? 1. يعني this means it's 1. يبقى group 1 على طول. Okay? طيب. How many periods do I have? 2, 8, 8, 1. Since إن أنا عندي 4 shells, يبقى this means إيه؟ لو أنا عندي 4 shells, يبقى this means I'm in which period? I'm in period 4. Exactly. برافو يا لميس، برافو يا عمر ومحمد. excellent. وراني وجوجو. تمام. يبقى I can know which period which group by checking the shells. الأوتر shell will give me. صح يا لميس، برافو. The outer shell will give me indication for the group number. How many shells is going to indicate which group am I. Okay. طيب let's check كده فعلا البوتاسيوم. Let's check. Maybe I'm saying anything. Let's check كده فعلا اهو this is the periodic table. فعلا البوتاسيوم اهو potassium is in group 1. Potassium is in group 1 which period؟
4.
اهو. Take care عشان الناس اللي مش عارفة periodic table how it's divided. We're going to divide it like this: group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7 وgroup 8. So potassium, this is groups. This is period 1 اللي هو hydrogen وهيليوم. This is period 2, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, period 7. So it is potassium. Okay? برافو. Correct. طيب let me give you chlorine. Chlorine is 17 يعني 2, 8, 7. Who can tell me which period which group is it?
Group 7, period 3.
Correct. Group 7 لأنه in the outer shell I'm having 7 electron. This is group 7. period 3 لأنه I'm having 3 shells. Since I'm having 3 shells يبقى this means I'm in period 3. If you check, this is period 1 hydrogen وهيليوم period 1 وبعدين this is period 2, this is period 3 chlorine أهو. Okay? please عشان خاطري don't forget إن hydrogen وهيليوم this is period 1. عشان ما شاء الله I have a lot of students they usually forgot إنه hydrogen وهيليوم دي period 1. لا hydrogen وهيليوم دي period 1 وبعدين دي period 2 then period 3 and so on. Okay? برافو يا فروح. طيب then the last part or last 2 parts in this topic بقى it's talking about the isotopes. What do you think? What are isotopes? Hey.
Can I
Tell me.
They have the same protons but
we
different.
have this an atom of the same element that have the same number of proton and electron but different number of neutron.
Exactly. Atoms of the same number. Atoms of the same number of proton but different number of neutrons. Correct. برافو يا فروحة، برافو يا عمر. يعني مثلا أنا عندي دلوقتي ليثيوم. برافو يا لميس. Excellent. يعني I'm having مثلا ليثيوم 7 و 3 وليثيوم 8 و 3 و 6 و 3. Am I right? لو أنا if I put here how many electrons, how many protons, how many neutrons? If I'm check here هنا الالكترونز 3 والبروتونز 3 والنيوترونز you subtract both يعني 3 صح؟ طيب هنا electrons ايه 3 وبروتونز 3. طب النيوترونز what should I do? You will subtract the big minus
4.
the small. So neutrons is 4. طب here how many electrons? 3. How many protons? 3. Then you subtract 8 minus 3 so how many neutrons? 5. يبقى what do you feel? إن all of them they have the same A or different A?
Same number of electron of proton but different number of neutron.
Correct. All of them same number of proton and أو same atomic number with different number of A, different neutrons أو mass number. Excellent. Is it easy? طيب the question that will be all the time in the exam. إيه بقى يا فروح؟ He will come and ask you, explain why isotopes have the same. Explain why do isotopes have the same chemical properties? Why do they have the same chemical properties? Mawa.
Yes, can I answer?
They have the same number of electrons in their outer shell.
برافو Mawa. Good job. يا فروح. No يا فروحة. Electrons correct. صح. لا يا عمر. same electrons مش same protons in the outer shell. بصوا يا جماعة احنا هناخد ان شاء الله next class انه الاتومز in general they do what? they lose electron or they gain electron. This is what we are going to take next class. So for any element to know, but if I want to know this element is what is going to do, is it going to lose, or is it going to gain, or what it's going to do, يبقى I'm going to do a session for students you're joining. If I want to know this element is going to lose, well, it's going to gain, well, it's going to share, how do I know the properties of these elements? I know them from the outer shell. I know them from the outer shell. يعني مثلا الليثيوم it's having 3 يعني 2 و 1 وهنا برضه 3 electrons 2 و 1 وهنا برضه 3 electrons. I will know إن شاء الله next week إنه الليثيوم is always losing electrons. Why? لأنه it's having 1 electron in the outer shell. This is what we will know next class. This means إنه it's all related للإلكترونز اللي في الأوتر shell. عشان أقول إن الelements دول all of them they have the same chemical properties يعني they react in the same way. يبقى ليه يا جوجو؟ عشان هم all of them هي سيفو، عشان all of them عندهم نفس الالكترونز اللي في الاوتر شيل. يعني هو whatever كان ليثيوم 6 و 3 او 7 و 3 او 8 و 3 هيبقى they have the same number of electrons in the outer shell. يبقى ده معناه ان هم ايه؟ they have the same chemical properties. طب who can tell me if I want you to prove in all of them are lithium? How to prove in all of them it's lithium? It's not another element. Who can tell me? More than 4. Bravo. Who can tell me?
Can I answer?
Tell me, yes.
Because they have the same number of proton and electron.
Correct. بس البوينت انه because they have the same number of proton. electrons sometimes يعني دايما لما نيجي نعمل answering للquestions دي اقول البروتونز correct. برافو نوري صح correct وفروح ولميس وجوجو برافو. يبقى لما اقول لكم from where do you know all of them are lithium? You're going to say because all of them they are having same number of proton, same proton number. برافو برافو. طيب yes Mayara, tell me. You have a question or just raising your hand? Okay. طيب this is our last type. By the way, till last year we used to talk about the uses of the isotopes. بس this year خلاص it's not there. We're not going to talk about uses of isotopes لأن الisotopes دول ليهم medical uses بس الحمد لله this year we are not going to talk about it. Some isotopes are radioactive. Correct يا فروح. طيب the last part إنه I want to talk about إيه؟ What's this? Relative atomic
mass.
Exactly. What do you think? Do any of you know how to do it? What shall I say?
It's the mass number and the percent of the element. And then you have to like plus them and then you multiply the other one, like the other isotope, and then you divide by 100.
Correct. Bravo. Good job. Excellent. But why do I do this? Do you know why? Sorry? I will tell you. إنه في some elements, let's say مثلا يا فروحة أنا I found إن الكلورين in the periodic table it's written chlorine 35.5. يعني it's not chlorine 35 و it's not chlorine 37. What should I do? How do I know? طب أنا يعني which one shall I put 1 minute عشان في someone is asking about the link. By getting exactly يا فروحة برافو. بصوا بقى. We found إن الكلورين في منه two types. في منه كلورين 35 وفي كلورين 37 يعني it has two isotopes. طب since it has two isotopes أهو كلورين 35 وفي كلورين 37. Okay? كلورين 35 they found إنه the percentages of both is not equal. Not all يعني 35 وكلورين 37. Maybe one of the students will tell me, Miss, take average. طب ما انت if you take average I'm going to take 35 plus 37 divided 2 هيطلع الافريج 36. طب ما انا I didn't write it 36. طب why did I write it in the periodic table 35.5? we will make برافو يا فروحة exactly. هما they found انه chlorine 35 is found ايه و this will be given in the problem. وبالذات الناس الإدكسل هو بتيجي في كامبريدج وفي إدكسل بس especially إدكسل this is very common. وفي حد إدكسل very common يعني في كامبريدج it's there بس إدكسل أكتر كمان الكويستشن ده. لو أنا عندي الماس أنا بقول إن الكلورين 35 is found 75% يعني أغلب الكلورين اللي موجود كده on earth is chlorine 75. طيب chlorine 37 it's going to be what? Chlorine 37 is 25% only. So how can I get the percentage on Edexcel? فالروحة هتلاقي this is very common في past papers. So what should I do? I'm going to do a برافو يا لميس excellent. I'm going to check كده أهو. What I'm going to do? I'm going to do 35 times. I'm going to do 35 times 75 plus 37 times 25 over 100. Exactly, bro. Over 100. طب why over 100? Why especially 100? لأنه 100 this is the total. هيطلع الانسر 35.5. Shall I repeat? Hey. Again, I'm going to repeat it again. Yes, حاضر. I will repeat it. Can we make 75 over 100 times 30? صح. برضو يا فروحة we can. يلا, let's do it again. So, how I'm going to do this? The question أصلا is saying why the chlorine is 35.5 أو calculate the relative atomic mass of chlorine. This is very tricky. Many students, they don't know, even if they understand the atom, but they don't know how to do this. This is so tricky. This is the trickiest part in this topic. طيب, what should I do? Why the chlorine in the periodic table is written chlorine 35.5? يعني it's not chlorine 35 or it's not chlorine 37. He will tell you إنه chlorine 35 البرسنتج بتاعت chlorine 35 is 75%. And he will tell you إنه chlorine 37 is 25%. Sometimes they call this abundance. عشان if you see this word, especially Edexcel, دايما يقولوا عليها abundance. Abundance يعني البرسنتج. So what should I do? I'm going to take the mass number times the percentage أهو plus the mass number times the percentage over 100 اللي هو التوتال لأن ده 75% وده 25% يعني over 100. طب if they were 3 chlorines مثلا برضه هناخد times الماس number والpercent. You got my point? طيب let me give you another one. This is our last one. If I'm talking about magnesium, hey, who can tell me? I was having magnesium 24 I was having magnesium 26. The percentage of magnesium 24 is 79%. يبقى أكيد المغنيسيوم بتاعت 26 كام؟ ما هم الاثنين 100%. فلو المغنيسيوم ده 24 يبقى أكيد مغنيسيوم 26 would be إيه؟
21.
21. Then
24 multiply 79 plus
correct,
26
bravo.
multiply
I'm
21
going to put the percent 24 times 79. Then
plus
times 79 plus 26 times 21. يعني usually بعمل أهو بعمل الماس times the percent plus الماس times the percent over كام؟ over 100.
100.
هيطلع 24.4. Clear?
Yes.
Any question? Easy? Any question? Very easy. طب that's good يا فروح. يعني you feel it's easier now? All of you feel it's easier? طيب الحمد لله. That's good. تاليا, that's good. برافو يا جوج. الحمد لله والله. الحمد لله يا لميس. That's good that you find that it's easier. طيب, for the ones, I think إنه في some students they joined now. Unfortunately, we started 1 hour ago. فبصوا, you are going to find this topic. I think it's going to be in the YouTube. in my channel on YouTube. بس هتلاقوا يمكن بس the only difference إنه عشان ال videos that I put it's not the newest. فيمكن بس ال difference إنه هتلاقوا ال uses of isotope بس don't study ال uses. لكن all the rest it's going to be the same topic. if you want, ده مين القمر اللي حط اللينك ده؟ مين القمر اللي حط اللينك ده؟ حاطط كل اللينكس. محمد أسامة. والله يا محمد أنا يعني if I'm paying for you you're not going to do all this to me والله يا محمد. مش عارفة what should I do. محمد حط لكم اللينكس بتاعت اليوتيوب وبتاعت التليجرام والانستجرام. I have the recordings of this session. طب الحمد لله. This is really good. These are the links of our chemistry lovers group. If you're not on the group, just join the group. لأن timing, sometimes the timings are not clear. Sorry? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
هو في 3 واتساب جروبس ادخل انهي واحد؟
لا اي واحد. It's fine. مش لازم تعمل join على كله. اعمل بس
في
join
3 واتساب جروبس.
any one of them. You need to join all. كده أنا I write usually on the Facebook on the Instagram والWhatsApp group. فإن شاء الله mostly next class بإذن الله I'm going to do ionic bond which is trickier طبعا. I will try كمان to do one question كده past papers على التيبلز اللي عارفين التيبلز questions اللي فيها tables الالكترونز والبروتونز. طب امتى تبقى negative charge when it's going to be a positive charge. This part is really tricky. this is going to be our target إن شاء الله for the next class. Okay? بإذن الله. please بس make sure that you are in the group or on the Instagram page. So if there is any change in the timing, I will write in the group or on the Instagram إن شاء الله. Thank you so much. You are extremely helpful. حبيبتي يا لميس. Thank you. Thank you so much. يعني this is good news. And it was really helpful. Alhamdulillah. For the ones who joined late today, you will find you will find it on YouTube, or you can send me. I can send you the record for the class if you want. Okay? Well, please subscribe on your channel. She really deserves that. يا سلام. ده إيه يا فروحة بس الكلام الحلو ده. والله يا حبيبتي انا موضوع اليوتيوب شانل ده والله بس من كتر ان الستودنتس all the time they were asking about it. لكن انا والله لو عليا ما كانش في دماغي خالص موضوع اليوتيوب ده هيدك. بس عشان الستودنتس بس يلاقوا especially كمان حتى in my school اي حد sometimes they forgot the topic they want to revise. that's why. Yeah. Sundus, thank you miss. I really understand. طب والله this is really good. Thank you so much again for a lovely session. Have a great weekend. You too يا تاليا. You too يا روحي. We'll see you إن شاء الله next Friday. You're most welcome يا معتز. You're most welcome يا روني. والله يعني بجد مش عارفة أقول إيه. Thank you for the lovely words. You really made my day. Have a great night. We'll have the best weekend ever. Can you stream on YouTube the next time on the recording will be there? حاضر. Goodbye يا روني. يلا. See you next class إن شاء الله. Bye bye.